Hello, loves. The U.S. to take thousands of South African refugees. Why now? Let's talk about it. The United States is moving forward with a plan to process 4,500 refugee applications every month. What makes this stand out? The focus is specifically on white South Africans. According to a new U.S. document dated January 27th, the State Department is setting up temporary trailer offices inside the American Embassy property in Pretoria, so they can handle the huge number of applications being submitted. This is a major shift, especially since 47 had limited the number of refugees allowed in the U.S. to 7,500 worldwide for the fiscal year of 2026. So why this expectation? Back in 2025, right after 47 had taken office, he paused nearly all refugee admissions as part of his immigration crackdown. But a few weeks later, he opened up a special program for white South Africans of Afrikaner descent, saying they face violent persecution in South Africa. The South African government has strongly denied these claims, while some U.S. human rights groups said that the move is politically motivated and unfairly favors one group over another. The new plan to process thousands per month marks a massive jump. As of January 31st, 2,000 white South Africans have been approved for the program since the program began in May 2025. But the pace has been picking up fast, and more applicants are going to be approved soon. However, there is a snag. Sources say that there have been administrative delays in Washington. Right now, all refugees traveling to the U.S., including this program, is temporarily halted. When reporters asked for comment, the State Department and the Department of Homeland Security stayed silent. The White House simply directed all questions back to the State Department. Meanwhile, the South African Chamber of Commerce in the U.S. says that over 67,000 people have shown interest in moving under this program. The reason for building trailers on the embassy land is also interesting. A few months ago, South African authorities raided a U.S. refugee processing site in Johannesburg that was operating on a private commercial property. After that incident, the U.S. decided to run their program in a more secure location. The contracting document explains that setting up the secure site is a presidential priority. If the government fails to handle these 4,500 applications a month, the document warns that it could be seen as a failure to meet the president's goal. On the other hand, South African officials say they won't interfere, as long as the U.S. program stays within legal limits. But they continue to insist that there is no widespread persecutions of white citizens in the country. This expanding refugee plan raises big questions about U.S. immigration policy, fairness, and the role of race. The policy accelerates admissions for white South Africans, while restricting refugee intake from other regions. Since 47's return, he has had a strict immigration policy on deportation. The plan was to deport illegal violent criminals. However, that plan has extended to hardworking families that have been in the U.S. and built a life and paid taxes are being deported to their native country as well as other countries. South Africans are being green-lighted with open arms to come to America. Fairness and the role of race in refugees' decision. When Afrikaner refugees come under this plan, they will receive their green card within 1 year. Some of the other benefits they receive under this plan is housing, furniture, clothing, food, and in some cases, automobiles. They are also eligible for federal benefits such as RCA, Refugee Cash Assistance, Medicaid, and job placement. What do you think? Should the U.S. prioritize this group or keep refugee admission equal across all nations? Share your thoughts. Let me know.